Okay, Thursday morning in the kingdom. Yes, it's Thirsty Thursdays, but we're not drinking. We can't drink because the forest fire known as the ex-wife is still here. Yes, and the wind is the wrong direction today, so any flare-ups over there can be over here. Ooh, I touched the mic. Ooh, is that better? All right, so that's not good. So another day of living in fear of the ex-wife. Yes, the ex-wife forest fire. So this morning we woke up to +4, but feels like +2. Yes, it's chilly out here. It is June. Yes, we get 5 hot days of summer. That'll be in July. All right, on the yo-yo scale, +40 Fahrenheit, but feels like +38. Oh, yes, we got a 1938 GMC and a 1938 Maple Leaf. All right, I did the quick math last night, sober, and 47.80 a day for gas on average for running the welder to have, how would you say, power in the kingdom. But we weren't running it 24 hours a day. I think it was more like 10 hours a day, because we'd have it on, we'd have it off, we'd have it on, we'd have it off. But that was mainly to keep the hot water in the hot water tank hot, and the freezer and fridge nice and chilly. For the dog treats and my milk, yes, I gotta have my milk. Oh, a little bit of drool, that's the sign of an old man. Oh, I was thinking of milk and boobies. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. All right, so probably more cost per day was probably about $60 a day cost for running the welder and life to be maintained in the kingdom when we had no power because of the great forest fire known as the ex-wife. Yes. All right, I'll claim that on my income tax because I won't be reimbursed by, how would you say, the Gong Show mining company that started it all. They'll be gone and out of town, so they've burnt a lot, create a lot of drama, and nobody will be compensated. Yes, nobody, because they will disappear. Like all good mining companies, they disappear. All right, we got some clear skies over there, but we're going to get smoke here today. We know that. We're going to probably have the fresh forest fire smoke. And Johnny G didn't get many hours yesterday delivering the freight because there is no freight. So I guess he's going to have to drive slowly and pick beer cans along the highway to, how would you say, get the time in on the truck, and plus increase his income. Yes, lots of beer cans on the road, but that's normal. All right, there we go. We moved everything around over there, and we're going over here. Oh boy. All right, so that sun is bright. Oh yes, it is bright, but chilly out here. All right, that's one full rotation. We're right back where we started, and the dogs need to go for a walk. All right, I better go. Here comes the boss.
Thursday morning in WHO-ville. It's almost 9 a.m. and I'm just getting ready to head over to the kingdom to do my hotspot checks. You can hear it in my voice. I'm slowly feeling better, but it's hard for me to wake up. My body just wants to sleep. So let's head over to the kingdom and do my hotspot checks, and I'll see what my dad's up to. 9:30 and I just made it back from the kingdom, did my hotspot checks. I did not smell or see anything, which is good. It is pretty windy out here right now and the wind is in the wrong direction, so I'll be checking the kingdom every 2 hours or so to make sure none of the hotspots flare up. Now let's head inside and let the dogs out and wait for 11 a.m.
Okay, after morning coffee with no beverage. Yes, it doesn't taste the same no matter how much sugar you put in it. So we got the loader out because we're going to take the forks off and put the bucket on. So I'm going to set the tripod up on the fancy 3-in-1 stand over there to record this great event. It's going to be more of a comedy. I'll probably have to speed it up. I will make mistakes because it's what, every 6 months we put the bucket on? Not like the good old days. But the thing is, we have to be visible. The helicopter's flying over there and they're going back and forth, circling around and stuff like that. And the wind is blowing this way. So any hot spots over there could be in the kingdom, and well, yes, living in fear again. So we have to be visible, keep an eye on the skies, and watch what they are doing, because we might have to be doing what they're doing right quickly. All right, so let's put the me phone on the tripod and hope for the best. All right, let's get going. Okay, speeding it up makes the boss happy because it makes it look like we're doing something. Like the Benny Hill show. He was always chasing those lovely ladies, not like me. Alright, so over here, it took us about 10-15 years to finally get smart. This is when we built everything back then. Yes, about 10-15 years ago. Alright, so this was a swing. It was a staff swing set, but actually it was a, how would you say, a triangle tie prod, whatever, at the mine to hold a pump down a hole. So they were pumping water out of a pit sort of thing. So we got it, had long legs on it. We hung a rope on it. The staff had it as a swing set. And then when she grew out of swing sets and became interested in boys, yes, that's when we became the loader stand, the fork stand. So nothing straight, nothing's great. How would you say? Nothing straight, and everything is kind of, I would say, out of round in the kingdom, like Dr. Seuss. I don't know if you can see it, but over the years, the loader fork base is bent. So it's kind of interesting trying to put the forks on. But the main thing is, this is how we do it, and we have to have control of the loader because we can move it back and forth. So when we video putting it back on, that's if we do it today. We will show you. But the thing is also too, the ground is not level. We also use the advantage of the ground with a slight slope this way, so the loader will want to roll forward. And then over here, it took us about 10-15 years ago, we whipped up this here. It was a base that we slid onto the forks. It came from the mine, and we put a ball on the front there to move a trailer or something like that. And then we got smart. We needed a bucket slide. Because when the bucket's upside down, it digs into the ground. We set it on pallets in the past or wood, but now it slides back and forth in here, self-centers. Because I'll never get this straight, and we think one of the arms is bent on the loader. I don't know why, because we loaded a lot of scrap, lifting heavy stuff. So what we do is we get it lined up, one side goes in, and then we can slide it back and forth on the slide, so I can do it. And you notice the pins just slide in, not because they're sloppy, but we make sure it's done right. A little bit of lube, just like in the bedroom. So that is recycled oil at its best, all right? We don't get the hammer out. We don't start beating on it or anything like that because it's pointless, all right? So all you're going to do is mushroom everything and make it worse. All right, so now we'll stop the video, put the tripod set up again with the Me phone, and we'll flip the bucket over and install the top pins, and then we can go haul some, how do you say, smooth out the kingdom.
11 a.m. and I'm just getting ready to head over to the kingdom to do my hotspot check. Sorry about the background noise. They are filling in one of the basements over here with dirt and stuff. They tore this house down last week. It was for fire prevention because if that fire ever comes back to WHO-ville and a hot ember lands on the building, it will start that house on fire, so they tore it down. It was already one of the houses that they were going to tear down anyways, which is good for me because now I officially have a fire break all the way around my house. There is no houses anywhere near me now. Let's head over to the kingdom and go do my hotspot checks and see what my dad's up to. 11:30 and I just got back from the kingdom. I did not see or smell anything, which is good, but I am keeping a close eye on all the hotspots around the kingdom, plus the ones across the road just in case anything flares up. Looks like they are done backblading over at the house beside me here. It looks a lot better. Wow. Ever since I moved into this house, there has been a big blue house right beside me here. It's in a few of my other videos as well, but at least it's finally gone. It looks a lot better, and it's less of a fire risk because if a hot ember ever lands on it, that house will go up, and knowing my luck, it will end up taking out my house as well.
Okay, late lunch in the kingdom. I bounced around for about 20 minutes in the loader. Yes, landscaping. Yes, landscaping. And then over here, the flags have calmed down a bit, but we still don't trust them. Yes, that forest fire known as the ex-wife will return. So I got everything ready for the staff to arrive after lunch and go fill the jerry cans one more time because we have to be ready in case we're going to have to leave because there's action over there. Action. I think that was a Street Heart song. I'm not sure. Action. Or was it Harlequin? I don't know. You have to be a true Canadian to figure that one out. Let's go burn some lunch in the microwave.
1 p.m. and I'm just finishing lunch. Now I'll head over to the kingdom and see what my dad's up to this afternoon and do my hotspot checks. It is getting pretty windy out here right now, so I'm keeping a close eye on things. 1:30 and I just finished getting fuel. This is how much everything was. There was 4 jerry cans of gas, and then I filled up the quad, and then 4 jerry cans of diesel, but this is the price of everything. Now let's head back over to the kingdom and put the fuel away. Down at the front gate now, and I have to push this dirt and kind of flatten everything out here because as you can see my quad trail, I am getting closer and closer to the tank, and one of these times I'm going to hit the tank and something bad will happen, but I'll flatten all this out and make it nice and smooth. Didn't take me very long and I was able to get all the dirt smoothed out. I did the best I can. I also brought some of the dirt over here and filled in my ruts and smoothed it out. It is pretty windy out here right now, so I will head around and do another hotspot check because you never know, anything could happen in the last 20 minutes that I've been down here in the kingdom. Made it back up into the kingdom. I parked the Mini by the caboose here because my dad is doing some landscaping, so if he needs to rake or use the Mini for something, it's right there. I'm going to take the quad and do my hotspot check in behind the kingdom here. I haven't found any spots behind the kingdom, which is good, but you never know with this wind, anything could happen. 4 p.m. and I'm getting ready to go do my hotspot checks. I've been going every 2 hours because anything can happen. This is what my dad is having for supper tonight. Since the power is back on in the kingdom, he can make his own suppers now. He is having fish sticks and fries. I'm sure he'll end up putting this into the air fryer to make it nice and crispy. Now let's head over and go do my hotspot check. Then I'll go again at 6 p.m. and then at 8 p.m. 4:30 and I just finished doing all my hotspot checks. The helicopter just flew over right before I did the video, so at least they're out looking around. My dad found these in behind the kingdom down by the tracks where a little pond is. Not sure how long they have been there. They were sitting down in the bush kind of away. Clearly someone was too lazy to take them to the dump, so I brought the trailer down. We load them up. These look like little heaters for the ones that my dad has in the shop, so he can use these 2 heaters for parts for the one that he has in his shop here. And if you look, they're not that rusted or anything either. Doesn't look like that much damage. He said everything still spins on them too, and it's all aligned, so that's good. Now my dad has some parts. Before I head home, my dad's going to get in the 41 and he's going to drag around the yard a little bit and smooth out all the areas that he landscaped today. So I'll get a little video of him going by, then I'll head home and do another hotspot check at 6 p.m. As you can see, the wind is still in the wrong direction, so I'm keeping a close eye on all the hot spots across the road, plus the ones in our bush.
Okay, standing with my wind to the back. No, my back to the wind. Yes, we had the 41 out pulling the drag, and that's the way you do it. You drag over the stuff to smooth it out. It follows the contour of the ground. So we're hiding rocks, and look at this. We did such a beautiful job hiding rocks today as we bounced around in the loader. All right, the drink of choice today was the Canadian Mountain Dew, and it has no zing. I know the American Mountain Dew has zing, and it's very popular, but this is lame ass. This is like, how'd you say, training beer? Beer Light or whatever, Bud Light or whatever, that training beer. This has no zing. Oh well, someday I can drink again when the fires are over, but lots of smoke over there. We were watching it, and hopefully it stays over there. That's where it should be. We don't want it in the kingdom. Oh, these lips.
6 p.m. and I'm just getting ready to head over to the kingdom to do another hotspot check. It has been extra windy out there today, so I've been keeping a close eye on everything. So let's head inside and let the dogs back in. Then I'll go over and do my hotspot checks. Once I come back from that, I can make supper. Tonight I'll be having fish sticks and fries as well. And let's end my day.
Okay, I don't know why that last video sounded funny, but oh well, we'll have to keep going here. We're running out of supplies, but we can't get anything mailed in because the post office is closed and or their bastards are on strike. All right, so we'll have to bucket on the loader, and the forks are over here. See that? Yes. All right, so the staff found some nice stuff today. We like that. Salvage, reuse, repurpose, recycle. And let's see what the sun is doing. It's over here. And the DNR, whatever's got a heavy equipment working in the bush over there, because I can't get that fire out, so they're working with machines. Yes, and look at the flags. They're blowing in the wrong direction for a fire to come towards us. All right, let's go walk the dogs, drink some Mountain Dew, and make a video. Talk to you later.